Ty Christ again from the Surrey Brewing Company. And today we're doing Shuck Ones, episode 2 with Brian Wagner from Guinness. How you doing, buddy?
I'm not excited. I'm not looking forward to this.
Hey, man.
This is not a good idea.
It's gonna be fun. So we're gonna be eating increasingly spicy Maryland hot sauces on Maryland oysters. I'm doing some Rofo chicken because I have to do all these in one day and I'll die if I have 160,000 oysters. So, we'd like to give a shout out to the Maryland Department of Agriculture, which is Maryland's best seafood program, the Walrus Oyster and Ale House, and the Oyster Recovery Partnership for making this the whole thing, possible. Megan Olsen behind me, she's one of the managers there, and she is shucking, and they donated all the oysters for this little thing for us. So without further ado, let's see.
It's Megan's fault.
It is Megan's fault. I feel like it's gonna suck.
Well, the whole point is the first one is okay, right?
Like, yeah, it is. But
so I told you this before we started. I am the biggest wuss ever. Spicy hot sauce. Last night for dinner, I put sambal on my pork just to get myself prepared for this. And my wife was like, Amy was like, "What are you doing?"
Oh God.
And I was crying sitting in our living room, and I was like, "I gotta be ready for this thing tomorrow, man."
Yeah, I already drank a whole entire bottle of Pepto-Bismol. No joke, I actually did. So.
But I did research for this.
I did too.
Low bitterness beer, Alton Brown.
Yeah,
Alton Brown. Low bitterness beer, spicy food, best way to do it.
Oh God, I'm still sweating. Okay.
So do you ask a question or do we start?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask a question.
All right.
So the very first one, it's Vidalia Onion Hot Sauce by McCutcheon's out of Frederick. They do a couple of these and they're because they mess you up. All right, so the very first question is, what is your favorite beer and why?
Oh man, that's so tough, right? I mean, what season is it? What am I eating?
Just enjoy.
Oysters with spicy food. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean, there's spice there. I don't know, man. I think if you can get it fresh, Saison DuPont is just like the best beer in the world.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, I like a lot of the stuff that we do at Guinness. I love what Holly and her team put together.
Yeah.
Trash Panda is a fantastic beer.
Yes, it is.
Cap.
Yes, it is.
And Maryland, I'm a Baltimore kid. I'm a Maryland kid born and raised, so I love a lot of the stuff that we do locally. So if it's 51 Rye from our guys at Monument, if it's guys out of Monocacy, my wife and I were just out there a couple months ago. They're doing amazing stuff out in Frederick. So, it's just tough, man. Depending on the season, depending on what I'm eating, what's going on, there could be any number of things. But fresh Saison DuPont is amazing. Really fresh wine Stefan is awesome.
That's my favorite beer right there.
Is it really?
I can literally, that's the beer, if it's on tap, I don't care if I'm dieting, which I only drink seltzers now because I'm trying to lose weight. Anyways, if that beer's on tap, I'll drink the whole keg.
Yeah.
Like there's no doubt about it. Well, how many pints are in there? 72? I'll do it.
I'm also a huge Allagash fanboy, so like Allagash White Dude, it's so good.
That's my favorite spot. My wife and I go. We go to a Maine every year, and we always stop by Allagash. I'm sweating.
They're the best.
I'm already sweating.
Well, that was your last. You did one episode already, so it's not a fair comparison. But
I'm just saying.
That was the first one.
It's not bad.
No,
it's not bad.
I would eat more of that.
All right. Sauce number 2 is Mambo sauce. Mambo sauce is out of Capital City, Washington, D.C. This actually, to me, it's just really good. It's really delicious.
Okay.
Second question, what is your macro beer of choice?
Man.
Mine's going to High Life. Love it. I'm drinking all that.
High Life was big for us in my early 20s. And I still like a High Life from time to time. Banquet beer, I think, for me. I love banquet beer.
Delicious.
I love the rounded bottles.
Yep.
Little hand grenade bottles. Coors Banquet was a big part of my beer journey, so to speak, right? I mean, just love the banquet beer. And then Bud Heavy, too. I mean, Bud Heavy was,
They can brew it the same way every single time, millions and millions of barrels at a time. It takes some skill brewers to do it.
And how many breweries around the world, right? I mean, it's
it's not just one place and one brewer. So mad props to them.
That was just a delicious sweet, barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's
what do
really
you guys do? I mean, this is
this is not bad. Oh boy,
Abby, I heard that. I heard that laugh over there.
Yeah.
You got to put on a brave face.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm literally sweating my balls off right now. Sauce number 3 is Jama. It's by Broho Sauce Company in Glen Burnie.
Oh, cool.
Hey guys, Jake from Broho Sauce here. So we're a craft hot sauce company, based out of the Glen Burnie area just outside of Baltimore. It's my brother and I, and we've been making craft small batch hot sauce using fresh ingredients, local farms, things like that for a couple years. And recently we've teamed up with the Brewers Association of Maryland, which is a really cool operation that supports all the local breweries in Maryland. And we decided to collaborate with one of those breweries, Idiom Brewing Company out of Frederick. And we're making a hot sauce featuring one of their beers. It's a fruited sour, so we're gonna make a hot sauce called Gut Punch, and it's gonna feature habanero peppers, raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries, just like their fruited sour. And it's gonna be pretty spicy, but it's gonna be really tasty and feature lots of fresh local ingredients. And you can pick this up on our website. It'll be advertised on BAM's website as well, but our website is www.brohosauce.co. And we have lots of other tasty hot sauces you can pick up there as well.
Glen Burnie, what?
Yeah, no. So
Red. What is a red Fresno? No. What's a red Fresno chili?
it's a chili.
Like things I don't know.
This one is when you are like, seriously. Number 3, most embarrassing beer story.
Okay, that one's got that tang.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Most embarrassing beer story. At a friend's bachelor party a couple years ago, I brought a keg of beer, a half barrel, and there were I think 14 or 15 of us. By the way, drink responsibly always. We were safe. We were, nobody was driving or anything. But they were like, oh man, one keg, we're gonna go through this in a night. And I was like, look, here's the thing. You guys don't understand how much beer is in a half barrel of keg. It's a lot of beer, right? It was 120 pints. And I was like, one night, look, if this is gone by tomorrow morning, I'll buy the rest of the beer for the rest of the weekend.
That was a challenge.
No, especially because the next day, everyone invited 2 friends. And
you had to buy everybody?
I had to buy beer for everybody for the whole weekend. That was a bad mistake, beer was.
That is a bad mistake. Why would you ever enter this?
I also think there was.
Whatever,
I think there was some shenanigans because I went to bed the night before and I was like, I still like a half cake, and I woke up the next morning like it's gone. I was like, where'd it go? Huh?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, but that was a bad mistake.
Oh, sneaky. Okay. Ryan, I'm sorry.
Why? What?
Next up is Screaming Hornets by McCutcheon's.
Okay. So here's the thing. People want their sauces to be purchased, right?
Right.
Why don't you name them something delicious?
Yeah, like honeybee. Not Screaming Hornet.
No one wants a
Screaming
sauce.
honeybee.
Screaming Hornet. Why would you?
I
And
told
this
you,
one's
this is
got
by
the
McCutcheon's.
color that I don't like.
Yeah, oh yeah. These are to get this like dark burgundy.
Yeah, where it just. Now getting stung can be fun.
No, it's not.
Said literally no one ever.
Why did I do this?
Habanero, Tabasco.
Yeah, habanero. That's the thing. All right. And here's your question.
Wait, this was the one that you said these guys are.
Yeah, these are.
All right, question.
If you could do away with one beer style forever, what would it be? Told you.
I'm gonna anger a lot of people when I say this. Fruited lactose sours? I mean,
we are.
is that everybody? I mean,
me, you, and Josh so far.
my bad. I mean, apologies out there to everybody that's making tons and tons and tons of money.
Well,
Right?
Whatever.
I mean,
oh, that's hilarious. I was waiting for. I wonder how many of us are gonna say.
I think that when you get into beer, when you start working around it, and Tyler, we drink beer differently than I think your average beer consumer, and I don't mean that in a negative way. We're around it so much, and we drink it from a critical standpoint. And so I think the more you get into beer, the more you long for crisp, clean, simple, like beer flavored beer. And I know that's kind of flies in the face of everything that's popular and trendy right now. But I think it's tough when you talk to brewers and people that work around breweries, and you're like, what do you like to drink and what do you not like to drink? All that fruited, crazy, high ABV, like all that stuff, it's just not going to be what we say because that's not what we drink on a daily basis.
That's not what I'm going home and being like, I can't wait to crack open a fruited sour when I go.
No.
I go home and I'm like, what is the lightest effing beer that I can find in my fridge?
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about it, right? Allagash White,
Yeah.
Lion Stefan,
Exactly. That's
Saison
our beer.
DuPont, like that's the stuff that I want.
It is.
Yeah.
Next, I'll just go with what we're about to eat.
That, yeah, I mean, that one, okay, that's lingering. That's still there. This is
That's
the first
only halfway
one.
through.
This is the
We're
first
only
one.
we're only to here. We still have this many to go.
No, I understand. I'm just saying that,
Oh, I know.
that's the first one that, like, as we're now moving on to the next one,
That you're like,
it's still there.
Oh, this one isn't too bad. This is Old Bay, the hot sauce.
This, you know what's cool? It's the first time I'm trying this.
Oh, really?
And I've seen it
Me
everywhere.
too,
and-
actually.
Yeah.
All right. Pretty good. Old Bay hot sauce. The next question is, if you had to be quarantined for 4 months and you can only drink one style, what would it be?
American Pale Ale, probably. I mean, what's that?
Which American Pale Ale would you choose?
I mean, look, Sierra Nevada Pale.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
You can't go wrong with it. And I think it's almost a style that's dying, right? It's going away. You don't see American Pale Ales very much anymore. Everything's an IPA, which I get. I mean, I got 2 of them sitting up right here in front of me. But American Pale Ale, I mean, it's a foundational beer for American craft, right? It's one that everybody kind of cut their teeth on. And there's just something to be said for that style of beer because it's low enough in ABV, but it's got the bitterness and the crispness that you want.
That's the word that I love right there, is the bitterness.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of us have gotten away from because of the market, and that's what I still crave. Like, I had a heady topper for the first time in a long time, and I forgot how bitter it was. I was like, oh my God, no wonder I fell in love with this style of beer.
That's the start of the hazy IPA craze, right? And that
Which
was
is
bitter. So we were just in Vermont last week, so I'm with you. We picked up some heady, and I tried it, and I was like, damn, like that's an IPA.
Right, exactly.
So yeah, I mean, bitterness to me is such a critical component of beer.
Yep.
I mean, it's what separates beer from wine and from cocktails and those for the most part. And so I love food pairings. This aside, this is not a good food pairing day. But bitterness plays such a critical role when you're talking about food pairing. So an American Pale Ale, it's low enough in ABV to be sessionable. It's flavorful enough that it reminds you, and it's truly an American creation.
Yeah,
and I like that as well. I mean, there's a number. I love a lot of styles of beer.
I do too. I do want to, if you don't mind, I want to try the new hazy IPA.
Oh yeah, of course. You want that now?
Yeah. Now, this is brand new, you said?
This is well, we've done it a couple times. This one's super dialed in. It just got canned about 10 days ago. And we're using 2 hops that are sort of gaining popularity the last few months: Sabro and Grimgeist. And then there's also Simcoe, and I'm gonna forget the last one. One more, Citra. Yeah, Citra is the last one. So delicious. It's like pineapple-y and coconutty, and it's huge coconut though.
Those 2 things. As soon as you said that,
Yep.
I was thinking that because my palate is amazing, and I was thinking that, and I can
Your
definitely-
palate is destroyed right now. Don't lie.
It is. I'm flying totally.
Yeah.
But I can definitely taste this too. I'm just trying to. I don't want to do this. So
Yeah, you're procrastinating.
That's
all right.
all right. Next one is a Goblin Arrow. You can only
Goblin
imagine
Arrow?
what's inside a Goblin Arrow. Goblin Arrow.
So that's
I'm guessing habanero.
You know what? I'm feeling strong.
This is from Broho Sauce Company.
I'm feeling strong.
No.
I'm feeling strong. No, I'm okay. I made it through halfway, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
still like.
This is Ryan, you do you.
All right.
Let's pull that.
Woo!
Okay. Question number 6.
Fantastic oysters, by the way.
It is. Thank you. I'll get to it. Okay. So we went through. We found a couple pictures of your Instagram. We didn't have the ones that we have questions about.
Yep. I think I have a very safe Instagram. But
You do, but my question is, what the F were you thinking when you took this picture?
Yeah. So quarantine, man.
Was it a dare? Did your wife say, "Hey, if you do
It wasn't a dare. It was. Well, the funny thing is, she puts all this stuff on her face all the time. My wife is beautiful. She does. I mean, she has lots of like sensitive skin stuff. But so she came down looking absolutely absurd one day, and I was like, "Why do you do this? What is the benefit? Because you take it off, and your face is more red than it was when you put it on.
Yeah, so why
this seems to me to be agitating your skin." And she was like, "No, it's actually great." I was like, "Okay, put it on me." The picture that was taken after that, my face was broken out and bright red, and I was like, "Point proved."
So that didn't help you at all.
No.
You also shaved your beard that one time, and I don't want you to ever do that again.
Well, this is like a week of growth,
Yeah, that's
so
how
it comes back
I
very quickly.
know.
I mean, there's
Me and
no
my
risk.
wife met on a beard dating website.
Did you really?
Yeah, it's
Like farmersonly.com, but for beer?
it's called Bristol, and it's where beardies meet beauties. I swear to God.
This is not a true story.
I swear to God. Where beardies meet beauties. Yeah. The thing came up and it was like, "Do you have a beard?" And I was like, "Uh-huh." And it said, "Do you want to find a girl that loves beer?" And I was like, "Yeah." sign me up. And then like in 2 days, I
This
like, met my
isn't
wife. I swear to you,
This
we
isn't
started
real.
talking, and then we met like a week later. Met at a Turner Park Tap House, which is one of my favorite bars. And that was it. Now we're married with 2 kids. No joke. She also said if I ever shit my beer, she would divorce me on the spot. So there's also that.
Well, I mean, she met you on Bristler?
Bristler. No joke.
That's not real.
I swear. Look it up. You put it on your face. Okay, sauce number 7 is Pearl Necklace, which is a band member. It's a Chesapeake Stout hot sauce with It's by Voodoo chili sauces out of Leesburg, Virginia.
All right.
I'm like my
I mean,
eyelids
this is
are
made with a
sweating
stout.
again.
This is like right on. This is.
Yeah. You should like this. Oh god, it's starting to burn. It's like stuck in my throat right now, and it hurts so bad. What is your favorite beer to drink while eating Maryland seafood?
I'm not gonna say what you said last time. At the record. I don't know, man. Ooh, that is smoky. Excuse me. And that was also the plumpest oyster yet. That was meaty. Favorite beer to drink? I mean, Banquet beer is a classic there. If we're going macro, I gotta do it unaffiliated. I'll do with Mullikin, Guinness Blonde, man.
Guinness Blonde's delicious.
I adore that beer with seafood. It's a beer that I think gets a bad rap because people have not tried it since we brought it into our brewery here and fixed it, frankly. And so you have that. It's again just a little bit of hop character from Citra and Mosaic. And again, a little bit of bitterness, really crisp, clean profile. It's happening to me too. Your tongue starts to stop working.
Your tongue starts to like swell on it.
But yeah, Guinness Blonde is great. What else? A lot of the stuff Diamondback does.
Because they make amazing lager.
Yeah.
Some of the best lagers.
I mean, when I think about seafood, again, you want something that's going to cut through the spice, right? That's going to stand up to, a lot of the spice that people use on their seafood. But you don't want it to overwhelm because a lot of seafood is very delicate. When you think about crab and oysters so if you had something like a big old crazy stout, or if you had something like a crazy double IPA, what you're going to taste at the end,
that's it.
If you love that beer, you're like, oh, it's a brilliant pairing because all you're tasting is the beer.
Not the
I want something that's going to balance out. So
totally. I just add a little more to this one. I don't know
Which
why.
one?
I can't remember now.
This one?
This guy. This was actually really good.
I already did that. That's the one we just did.
Is it?
Oh, no. I was looking at I thought this was a hot sauce. Whoops.
It's Guinness.
So we're doing more of this one?
I mean, you don't have to. The very last one, I didn't do the last time.
Don't say that. Don't be that guy.
No, the last one
I
we're
just
gonna
added
add
more.
more.
Why did you tell me if I don't have to do it too?
Because I didn't think it was enough on mine.
Low-key flex.
Super low
stronger.
key flex. Oh, and this is the one that we already added more to.
Oh, then you already have it. Yeah, I was just mentioning. Oh, no. Ryan.
I don't feel good about it.
I don't know what you just did, but guess what?
No calories.
We're gonna eat it. I just tried to turn the plate and it's so greasy because of chicken, it didn't work at all.
Papaya.
This is called papaya from Fathom Sauce Company in Frederick. Frederick's got a lot going on. Sauce companies, beer. Okay, here we go.
Well, there's pineapple in it.
Who was your brewery crush? I know, pineapple's gonna cut through.
What does that mean?
What brewery are you just an absolute fan of? It doesn't have to be local.
Nope. And thus begins the end.
You know what?
Wherever I
I
land,
remember just being in the house.
wherever I land, there shall I be buried.
No, I don't understand. I'm an idiot, and you should not have listened to me.
I got it on my lips.
I'm like,
My brewery crush. So I'll give you one that's local, and then I'll give you one that's not. And I'll start not local. Creature Comforts.
Yes.
Out of Athens, Georgia. Unbelievable beer.
The Avengers love them.
Even better people. They're about to expand to LA and put a tap room out there, so they're doing big things. But just awesome people. They take care of their community in a huge way. They partnered with Allagash, who's also very good at taking care of their community.
yes.
And, I don't work on the brewing side. I leave that to Holly and Todd and Sean and Peter and all those guys. So for me, I think about how do you interact with your community? How do you take care of the world around you? And so when I think about crushing on breweries, that's what I think about. And then from a local, good gravy, man.
It's in me. No, it's there. It's in there.
I put so much.
on there.
I just broke my rule. I knew that rule coming in. That one sucks.
It's just
Papaya. It's sweet and fruity.
Look, I have fruit in me.
Oh no.
Fruit is sour. Get away.
And then from a local standpoint, I think a lot about the farm breweries, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think about Milk House and I think about Waradaka, and we just went to one in Virginia called Wheatland Springs, which is right over the border from Frederick. And I think about the way that they celebrate their agriculture, right? And the way that, I mean, really all local breweries do. But conservation and the environment, my goodness, how important are they right now? Right. So the work that these guys do on their farms to celebrate local agriculture, to work from a sustainable point of view, those things are so important, and they get to do it every single day at the point of creating those beers. So I crush on all the guys that are able to do that.
Fair enough. Oh God. 5 minutes left. Abby's over here going, hurry up, eat more hot sauces. Well, you know what? That's why I'm glad she's going to be on an episode.
What do you think of the hazy?
It's delicious, I think. I can't really say it's a
Killing
lot
time.
right now. My tongue.
Well, you know what's funny?
It's right there.
Do you know what hop compounds do in relation to capsaicin? They exacerbate them.
Oh, awesome.
Welcome.
No wonder.
So, hoppy beers, if you don't like spicy, don't drink them when you're eating spicy food because they just make things worse. See, I told you I did research on this. I know everything there is to know.
I did research on how I'm not going to be dead tomorrow.
Black Eyed Susan. We just released a beer called Black Eyed Susan.
Oh, C&D. I already got one of those. And now this.
Oh man, the indigestion. No.
This one is Death by Chocolate, and it's from Black Eyed Susan, a spice company out of Frederick. Okay, so this question is, what is your favorite Guinness beer right now? It doesn't matter if it's available, whatever. We want to get to know you, Ryan. Why? What is your favorite Guinness beer and why?
Sure.
Did you eat that? Did you get it yet?
What, the bread?
No.
No, we're putting more on, right?
Or did?
I need a rolling. Did he put more on? He did?
While we were talking, I was like,
oh, that one came out a lot quicker than the other one. This one's very liquidy.
Yeah,
the last one wasn't. Hold on.
This one's like chopped up better. Oh my God, dude, that's like, you're gonna eat. Nice on you.
I didn't get a warning.
Oh my God, what are we doing? Ever do? Is this so good? So smooth.
I just want to thank you for inviting me to be a part of this.
Yep, thanks for calling. Anyways, what's your favorite Guinness? Oh, son of a! It's like hi, I'm chocolate, and then it's just like I'm also a pepper, right in the back of the throat. So my tongue is. I'd say my Petherick Guinness beer right now.
So when I think about our brewery, I'm just gonna plow right on ahead.
Just go for it.
When I think about our brewery, what I love about it is that it changes the way people think about Guinness, right? Because when people show up, they're expecting to see 20 tap handles of Guinness Draft and 20 tap handles of Guinness Blonde, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have people every day that'll still come up and they're like, "Oh man, look at all these different beers. Who'd you get to brew these for you?"
Right here.
Holly gets real pissed about that. By the way, that question. But anyway,
she does.
I'm joking.
I bet she.
But what I like is when people come in and you can see that moment when their minds are like, oh, okay, like I get it now. And for me, the biggest one recently was 2 weeks ago we did Oktoberfest, an Irish brewery doing Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I really wanted to be there.
And we released 5 beers for Oktoberfest, 4 of them lagers, and the one that absolutely blew my mind was a Helles. And Todd Perkins, our brewer Todd, who used to be at Monocacy in Frederick, Todd's a good buddy, made this Helles, and he referred to it when we were doing a pre-shift with our staff, and we were talking about the Helles. He was like, "This is the greatest beer I've ever made, just so everybody knows." So we put that on the menu, which made me laugh because Todd is he's not very braggadocious.
The name was that? It's the greatest.
No, the name was Helles, but in the description it was like, "And by the way, this is the best beer our brewer Todd has ever made." And what I loved about it more than anything else was that it was a smash beer.
Oh, really?
It was a smash Helles, right? So
it's cheap.
Yeah. And well, cheap beers. But that was a beer that people tried, and they were like, oh. And to this point, our biggest weekends since we opened have not been St. Patrick's Day. They've been our Oktoberfest. And I love that because people are like, okay, yeah, we get it. You guys are just a brewery just like anybody else. Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I listened to everything you said. I was sorry I couldn't react right. But it was like, I just put more on. You gonna do it?
What's that? Yeah, I do love band.
Especially, okay. Why?
Did you put more on this one? Why?
That's why I Shuck gave it to you. It's in my gums, man. It's like up inside of my
Is this one liquidy or is this?
I don't remember. Just do it. Oh, it's liquidy. Watch out. Oh. Okay.
Okay, this is another one. Hornet sting. What is this?
Yep. Who is this by?
Screaming hornets. No.
It's by Satan. That's what it says.
Did you tell people the name of this sauce?
Zombie Apocalypse Sauce by Torchbearer Sauces in Pennsylvania. I don't know which one I got. Like it's just it's in like my gum. It's in my gum holes.
You could never say that again. I don't know why gum holes just.
That's the only way I could describe.
That made me have more of a reaction than
Good.
This
I'm
is
glad.
stupid.
Okay. All right. So who, dead or alive, would you pick to ride shotgun with, delivering beer up 3 flights in 98-degree weather? Cheers.
Cheers.
Did you even hear what I said? I didn't remember.
That's ironic. Don't say cheers.
It's almost like go to hell. You feel it. You feel it immediately. I gave it off. Here we go. Okay, I'm good. Okay. I regret every decision that I've ever done in my entire life leading up to this moment. Everything. I don't like Duclaw anymore for hiring me. And Jeff at Hysteria can go F himself. Because this... it's like... Alright. Who would you choose, dead or alive, to have we deliver beer up 3 flights? It is like really kicking in right now. Up 3 flights and 100 degrees dead.
So for 2 reasons. Number 1, he'd be really good at helping to carry beer. And number 2, I just kind of want to hang out with him. I'm going to go with The Rock.
The Rock would be hilarious. Yep.
And he goes to the gym a lot.
Yeah, he does. He could just pick up a couple half cakes.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sweating. It's building way worse than the...
Here's the thing. With these sauces, why do these guys insist that you should still want to taste it
You don't.
10 minutes later? The flavor's great.
No, it's not. It's not right.
Just have a bite.
This is...
Here. I feel like
This one hurt.
I feel like, what is it? Dumb and Dumber. Here, Lloyd, this helps.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks for coming, Ryan.
I hate you.
Thanks for this episode of What the Effing Shuck did we just do?
That's not, I don't think it's,
That's not
what the Shuck.
That's it, What the Shuck. Next up, don't know, I'll let you know. Bye.
Brewmashers.com.